my scratch off maps. Thank you very much to them for sponsoring this video. It is a brilliant map with lots of availability online that you can go and check out. So the link is in the description. They've got numerous amount of maps, including if you're wanting to follow English football, you're wanting to follow and do as many grounds in the 92. You've got maps based for the NFL over in the United States. You've got Scottish maps as well. You've got European maps, German maps for you to go and check out. So lots of variety and lots of good options. A little bit about the map. The map, very easy to scratch off. It's very accessible. You can literally just pin it up and put it literally anywhere in your room. I've even put mine on the door. I also really like the fanometer that's available on the map, where you can see how many grounds you visited and see what kind of football fan you are. I've currently done 43 of the grounds available on the map. A seasoned traveller, and I've got my eyes set this season on getting to serious respect section. Don't forget, you can go and check out the map. The link is in the description. Remember, if you use code JSGC10 on checkout, you'll get 10% off your order. Links and details, they're in the description. What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City live watch along the international break. It's in the past. It's done and dusted. Premier League football, Manchester City, it's back, and it starts today. Away match, Premier League, West Ham United, London Stadium. Very difficult game. Two pretty informed teams. City, 4 games, 4 wins. West Ham, 4 games, 3 wins. 1 draw, both unbeaten, 2 informed teams. It's going to be a really interesting game. Looking forward to it. Lots of talking points, a couple of changes here and there to really digest as well. So, yeah, this is going to be a really difficult game for Manchester City, I reckon. And, hopefully Man City can come out of this game unscathed with +3 points and good to go is what I am hoping for. So before we do crack on with this live watch along, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, please do subscribe to my channel, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Also, don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and also my TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Also, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up. Once more, 100 likes is the aim. Already made some good strides towards that right now, which is fantastic. Already on 18 likes, so we're looking for another 82, so any help towards that would be great. Also, don't forget as well to leave your thoughts in the live chat, including your score prediction for today. You can already see we've got some people in the live chat, so much appreciated. Welcome. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. OG, hello. Thank you very much for tuning in. Aways as well. Thank you for tuning in. Going for a 3-1 victory for Manchester City today. Says a strong team. Let's get the job done. Make it 15 points out of 15. Keep that 100% record going and make it 5 wins out of 5. That's the aim, and that would be absolutely brilliant. And I will snap your hand off for a 3-1 victory today for Manchester City. John, hello. Thank you very much for tuning in. Much appreciated. Julie as well. Thanks very much for tuning in. Much appreciated. Says, come on, boys. A lot of belief in there. I'm liking that one. Dylan, thanks very much for tuning in. Where is everybody tuning in from today? Do let me know in the live chat. I'm nosy. I'd like to know where everybody's tuning in from. So what have we got in the room? Do let me know. John going for a victory for Manchester City by 3-2. And I enjoyed West Ham Stadium announcer announcing today's game as the Europa Conference League champions taking on the European Cup champions for the 2 clashes coming together in what's going to be a more organised event with what I like, a little dig there at UEFA and their organisation of when it comes to cup finals. So we're going to crack on. We're going to go and have a look at the teams for this game and draw up any conclusions that there are to draw up. Thank you very much there to Mac for tuning in. We'll discuss Jeremy Doku in just one moment. General, thanks for tuning in as well. Much appreciated. Hello. I do hope you are well. So I'm going to get up the teams and we'll have a chat about that and see what's happening with regards to that one. So we'll just get the teams up. and we will discuss the starting 11 for both teams today. So we'll start first with our opponents, West Ham. Pretty interesting from West Ham as well, actually. So West Ham started today with Areola, no surprise, starting in goal for West Ham. Kufal, heading into this game, there was a bit of an injury concern. They've decided to risk him, and he starts, and he'll be playing as a right back today for West Ham, with Emerson going in at left back. So it is a flat back four from West Ham with Kurt Zouma and Nayef Aguerd at centre back for West Ham today, with Kurt Zouma captaining the side. They're moving into midfield. Interesting to see how this is going to work for West Ham, because I think Jarrod Bowen's going to be going out wide. So I imagine it's going to be potentially, I'm just trying to figure out how it would work. Would it be Alvarez, Soucek, maybe Lucas Paqueta going as a midfield three? Maybe they're moving Ward-Prowse out to the left-hand side, Jarrod Bowen to the right-hand side, and Michail Antonio starting up top, I think might be what West Ham are going for here. So on the bench for them, and it's a pretty strong bench, going with Fabianski, Cresswell, Fornals, Kudus, who I was expecting to start in this game, but doesn't. Mavropanos, Ings, Ugbonna, Benrahma, and Kera. Benrahma, unlucky to miss out. He started in their last game for West Ham that they won against Luton Town away from home just before the international break. But that's your West Ham starting 11 for this game. For Manchester City, Man City starting today with Ederson in goal. I don't think that comes as any surprise to anybody. We're starting with what I reckon is going to be a back three made up of captain Kyle Walker, newly or just signed a new contract anyway at Manchester City this week, with a fantastic Wolf of Wall Street reference by Manchester City in that announcement video. He's starting alongside Ruben Dias, going through the middle of the heart of defence for Manchester City, and Josko Gvardiol going on the left-hand side. So it'll be Walker on the right, Gvardiol on the left, and Ruben Dias going through the middle. I think we'll see Manuel Akanji going through into defensive midfield and playing alongside Rodri. We could see Akanji drop a little bit deeper if that does happen, in particular when Man City aren't on the ball and West Ham are attacking. Then that could go into more of a flat back four from City, with Walker at right back, Gvardiol at left back, with Ruben Dias and Manuel Akanji as the two centre-backs. But majority of the time, you're going to be seeing Akanji more partnering with Rodri in that defensive midfield role, playing further ahead of them. Comes as no surprise. Man City's hands have kind of been forced here with what I'm going to presume is Phil Foden alongside Julian Alvarez, and potentially Bernardo Silva on the right wing, Jeremy Doku on the left wing, and Erling Haaland starting up top. It could be a case that Bernardo goes into the middle and Jeremy Doku goes on the left wing and Phil Foden goes on the right wing. It could be a case where Bernardo Silva's playing in central midfield, Jeremy Doku goes on the right wing, and Phil Foden goes on the left wing. So there's three viable options there, which I think Man City, during the case of this game, are going to be rotating that to try and get the very best from the team and seeing what works and what doesn't. And going off the fact that Man City haven't named a full bench, you can see there that West Ham have named one more player on the bench. Man City haven't been able to fill the positions on the bench with how stretched and how thin our squad is. With the injuries that we've got, we haven't got that depth. And as the season goes on, and we are playing every 3 to 4 days starting from now, causes me of great concern, considering the amount of business Man City did in the transfer window, bringing players in, class players as well, but also letting a lot of players leaves us a little bit short on depth. And in my opinion, I do think in terms of our squad depth, we're not one, I think we're 2 players short. You don't want to be adding high-quality players to the squad because it's going to upset the team. That team, that starting 11 for Man City, is good enough to win the Premier League, in my opinion. But you do want to add depth. And I think it's very smart what Man City are doing in the business, in the transfer window, with the business they're looking to get done before the window even opens in January, with the latest links linking us with Valentin Barco at Boca Juniors. That's the kind of signing I'd be looking for Manchester City. We saw it happen in January last year in bringing in Maximo Perrone, albeit we don't see him that many times. but we always fill our bench, and you always have that depth, and you always have that option. And sometimes in football, you need them options. 2-3 more injuries to Man City's squad, and we are at dire straits when it comes to rotation. And I think that's what Man City need to be really capable of. City today missing Jack Grealish. We're missing Mateo Kovacic. We're missing... Who else are we missing? We're missing one more. John Stones is the other big absentee there for Man City. So it's only 3 injuries, and Kevin De Bruyne makes it number 4. 4 injuries to our first team squad, and all of a sudden we can't field a full bench, which is mesmerising. We're the treble winners. We're the Premier League champions 3 times in a row, bidding for history this season to make it 4 wins in a row. No team's ever done that in the Premier League era. We're bidding to try and retain the Champions League. There's talk that Man City could try and become the first ever team to do back-to-back trebles. But Man City's squad very much stretched. And 2 of them players on the bench, Ortega-Moreno, Scott Carson, 2 of them are goalkeepers. Maybe we might see Ortega-Moreno or Scott Carson. They might be needed to come further out. And I think Pep Guardiola made a really important point. This player right here, first name on the bench, Kalvin Phillips. He's got a massive season coming up, and Man City need Kalvin Phillips to hit form and quick to help with that depth. The De Bruyne injury is, in my opinion, a devastating blow to Manchester City. We can cope, but we need the rotated options, the squad players to really step up. And Kalvin Phillips, between now and January, in my opinion, really needs to do that ahead of a European Championship coming next summer for England in Germany. So on the bench for Manchester City today, we've got Kalvin Phillips, Nayef Aguerd, Ortega-Moreno, Sergio Gomez, Matheus Nunes could be making his debut today for Manchester City, Scott Carson, Oscar Bobb, and Rico Lewis. This player right here, Jeremy Doku, really looking for him to have a really good game for Manchester City. It's only his second start for the team. It's his second appearance for Manchester City. He's been away on international duty. Not many of these players have had that many hours of training for Manchester City to prepare for this game. There's not much of a turnaround between this game and our next game in the Champions League to start our Champions League campaign against Red Star Belgrade on Tuesday evening. We're talking a recovery day tomorrow. You prepare on Monday. The game's on Tuesday. So games are coming thick and fast. The squad need to hit the ground running. We need form. We've got that. We need to keep it going. We've got that momentum. We need to keep it going. It's a tricky part of the season, even though we're at the early stages, but I firmly believe Man City can get the job done here. We have a good record against West Ham, in particular at the London Stadium. I'm going for this man, Erling Haaland, come up trumps for Manchester City, backing him to score any time. And backing this man here, score any time, maybe even a score or assist. Phil Foden, finding some form. Is he going to be playing out wide? Is he going to be playing through the middle? We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it's a very strong attacking lineup that from Manchester City. It's going to be a really key game, this one, when it comes to Man City's form and pushing on with the Premier League. We've got a very busy October and November with a lot of difficult fixtures. I'm not saying this fixture isn't difficult. I actually think this game's very difficult, but with games coming thick and fast, we need that form to head into these games. The one thing we don't want to do is get ahead, let it slip, injuries, bit of bad form, start to get sus, start to get tired, can't get any momentum going. All of a sudden you find yourself 4, 5, 6 points behind. Becomes very difficult in a long season. So a good start is always a big bonus. We know how well Man City can finish. To me, I think I want Man City to get this job done as quickly as possible, not just for this game, but for the Premier League as well. If we can get the job done, I don't want to go into the last game. I don't want to go into the last 2 or 3 games. If there's games to be won, take them 3 points and move on and put the pressure literally onto everybody else. So, there we go. They're my thoughts. I'm going for a 2-0 victory today for Manchester City. Do let me know your thoughts in the live chat. What is your score prediction? Let me know in the live chat. I am going to get my stream ready and locked and loaded. Remember, this is in the 3 p.m. BST blackout here in the UK, where not all Premier League games are broadcast, which is a baffling rule. And I genuinely can't believe, I really can't believe that a match as good and as in form as what Man City and West Ham right now, with Liverpool playing in the early kickoff, they've gone top with their win against Wolves. Man City is second, West Ham are fourth. Can't ask for fairer than that. Yeah, it's not been broadcast live in the UK. It's on the 3 p.m. blackouts. Baffles me. And this is the first of quite a few games that we've got in the 3 p.m. blackouts coming up over the coming weeks and the coming months as well. Which always makes things interesting and entertaining. We know with the JSGC live watch-alongs, when we're doing the streams and stuff, there's always things that are happening and things going on the streams that can be very entertaining. They end up falling like 3 minutes behind everybody else during real time. So I'd appreciate if people didn't put in the comments, putting goal, or putting fake news is even worse and saying there's a goal when there's not a goal. I like for my reactions to be as legitimate as possible, as honest as possible. And the way we can do that is through real time. And with the game not being broadcast live here in the UK, it makes that job for me even more difficult. So if there is something happening in the game, please don't ruin it for others. It's a rule we have here on the live stream, and I'd appreciate if people didn't try and ruin it for me as well, because I want it to be a legitimate reaction with my thoughts and everything for you guys to enjoy, which is what we've been doing since lockdown, really, in 2020. So we've been doing this for 3 years strong now. So people know the rules, people know what to expect. So just getting the stream locked and loaded. So while we do that, don't forget, leave a thumbs up. That'd be much appreciated. We're into the 30 likes now, which is a fantastic effort. Just 70 likes away from 100 likes. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget to subscribe as well. Please do go and check out today's video sponsor as well, Scratch Maps. They've very kindly sent me the latest scratch map for England's football grounds. They've got loads of cool maps. Literally, they've got maps based in Germany. If you follow German football, they've got NFL maps over in the United States. Seriously, it's really cool, really cool. So I will roll my promo video for that for you guys to enjoy whilst I just get the last part of this stream sorted. So I would appreciate checking out the scratch. The links and details are in the description, and do remember to use code JSGC10 on checkout, and you get 10% off the map as well, which would be much appreciated. So I'm just going to roll my promo video for you guys right now. Bye. When I do it properly. For sponsoring this video. It is a brilliant map with lots of availability online that you can go and check out. So the link is in the description. They've got numerous amount of maps, including if you're wanting to follow English football, you're wanting to follow and do as many grounds in the 92. You've got maps based for the NFL over in the United States. You've got Scottish maps as well. You've got European maps, German maps for you to go and check out. So lots of variety and lots of good options. A little bit about the map. The map, very easy to scratch off. It's very accessible. You can literally just pin it up and put it literally anywhere in your room. I've even put mine on the door. I also really like the fanometer that's available on the map, where you can see how many grounds you visited and see what kind of football fan you are. I've currently done 43 of the grounds available on the map. A seasoned traveller, and I've got my eyes set this season on getting to serious respect section. Don't forget, you can go and check out the map. The link is in the description. Remember, if you use code JSGC10 on checkout, you'll get 10% off your order. Links and details, they're in the description. Perfect. Right, I've got a stream locked and loaded. It looks like a pretty good stream as well, actually. So hopefully, touch wood, I've got nothing that's made of wood, but hopefully it will be able to hold, and it'll be a good stream that we can do a good live watch along for you guys. So the players just making their way out the tunnel. We're 4 minutes away from kickoff. A little bit of a talking point. People have been speaking in the build up to this game. People have been speaking about who's got the best football anthem, and You'll Never Walk Alone obviously always gets mentioned for Liverpool. I know Celtic use it, and I know Borussia Dortmund used the same song as well. Blue Moon, obviously, at Manchester City gets mentioned. And this has been coming about with a bit of a debate about the North London Forever song for Arsenal as a new rendition, a new song that's caused a little bit, it's caused some talking points to get people speaking. And I actually think trying to be as unbiased as possible here. I enjoy the I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles anthem from West Ham, which is what's sounding out around the stadium right now as we prepare for this live watch-along between West Ham United and Manchester City. We've seen Paolo Di Canio come out onto the pitch at the London Stadium as well. I have to say, I can't help but feel like this game would be a little bit more difficult, a little bit more complicated, and a better atmosphere and a better day out for a lot of fans if West Ham were still playing at the Boleyn Ground at Upton Park. But yeah, there we go. They don't play there anymore. They've obviously moved ground and gone to the London Stadium, which is the Olympic Stadium. Julia, thank you very much for tuning in. Much appreciated. We're nearly ready and set for kickoff here between Manchester City and West Ham for the London Stadium. Away match here for Manchester City. Looking forward to it. If you've only just tuned in, you're not aware of the starting 11. Manchester City lining up today with Ederson in goal. We're starting with a back three made up on the right-hand side of Kyle Walker, captain of Manchester City today as well, and just signed his new contract at City until 2026. Also got Ruben Dias starting at centre-back alongside Josko Gvardiol. I think it's going to be Josko Gvardiol going on the left-hand side, Kyle Walker on the right-hand side, and Dias going through the middle in what's going to be a back three. We're then going to see Manuel Akanji sitting alongside Rodri in that holding midfield role for Manchester City. And then from there, we're going to be seeing further ahead in midfield with Mateo Kovacic being out injured. I think it's going to be Bernardo Silva going into the slot with Julian Alvarez playing in that more advanced midfield role for Manchester City that we've seen over the last few games. I think Phil Foden will go on the right wing, Jeremy Doku on the left wing, and of course, the main man himself, big Erling Haaland, starting up top for Manchester City today. I do have, in case my stream stopped working, Sky Sports News. So if there's any talking points, there's anything happening, I am on it for you guys. We've not had any jerk mate today. There's been none of that stuff at the moment. You know, who knows? Live watch along, anything can happen. Literally anything can happen. So I'll just get the commentary locked and loaded on the AirPod. My stream keeps cutting out, which is not ideal. So I'm going to switch across to another link and we're going to try that instead and see if that works any better. I genuinely, John, I feel like the jerkmate situation from last season was quite possibly one of the highlights of the season. If I was to do a live watch along highlights, jerkmate would make up the highlights. It was very entertaining. Right, my stream stopped working. It's 1 minute past 3, so I'm gonna presume that we've had kickoff. So kickoff, yay! Why does this always happen? Why does it always happen that literally right on kickoff the stream stopped working? I presume it's just people that are just tuning in right on 3 o'clock wanting to watch the game, which don't blame them. I'd be doing the same regardless of me doing this live watch along or not. But yeah, here we are. It is what it is. Yeah, my streams aren't loading now. Struggling. Ding, thanks very much for tuning in. Much appreciated. Cheering on Manchester City today. A big game as well. Yeah, so that link's not working. Let's try this one, see if this one's working. I'll keep you up to date with all the other scores happening from around the ground as well. City, 3 p.m. kickoff next week at home against Wolves. I think with 3 p.m. the weekend after as well, actually. Away match against Wolves. Oh, no. Who is it? It is. Who've we got? What's our fixtures? So it's Wolves, Nottingham Forest, at home next week, and then it is Wolves away. I was right. Nottingham Forest at home next weekend on Saturday 3 p.m. and then Wolves weekend after. It's another 3 p.m. blackout. These 3 p.m. blackouts are just the worst. Right, hopefully we'll be in a bit of luck now and this will work. The amount of adverts I get as well. It's annoying. You get to see any live football because it just doesn't work. Works in the build-up, gets to kick off, stops playing, stops working. It's frustrating. Don't like there's any goals yet in England. It's a bit of a boring start, isn't it? Jamie Vardy gave Leicester a very early lead yesterday night in their match against Southampton. Is this the one? Is this the Holy Grail? Is this the one where I press it and it works? No. Is the answer to that. Oh, Mick Sid will be very happy. He's at the Preston Plymouth game today, so he won't be tuning in on the live watch along, unfortunately. But Preston find the opening goal of the 3 p.m. kickoffs, scoring after just a minute. And that was me complaining of a boring start. It's Duane Holmes giving Preston the lead, the American. Thinking about loading. Is it going to do it? This is tense. It's loading. No is the answer. Okay, calm. Oh, man. Honestly, this 3 p.m. thing rulings just baffles me. I prefer it during lockdown when we had no 3 p.m. blackouts. Everything was just available, which is how it just bloody well should be. Hooray! Right, we've got it working at the mo. Good news. Can do a live watch along for you guys. So Man City have got a corner 4 minutes and 20 seconds into the game. Julian Alvarez and Phil Foden stood over this one. I mean, they both look ready and set to take the corner, which I'd prefer to have Alvarez in and around towards the back post, to be honest. He runs away from it. Foden whips a ball in, headed clear by West Ham. City will take control of the football. 0-0 here at the London Stadium. Here's Manchester City then coming forward once more. Here's Jeremy Doku. Tries to run to the byline, twists, turns, finds the pass towards the edge of the penalty area. Rodri finds the pass into the left, the right wing, and Man City just forced to go backwards here. That's a good tackle from West Ham, but City just surround it out and win that ball back. There's movement everywhere. Jeremy Doku, seen a lot of the ball here in the opening stages, takes his man on, goes with a good ball across and dealt with well by Kurt Zuma and heads it behind for a corner. Swindon 1-0 up through Charlie Austin. He's at Swindon now. playing Walsall today. Swindon 1-0 up through Charlie Austin. 2 minutes in. JSGC's on the merry down. Original vintage apple cider today, a 6.8%. Look at the size of that. That's a huge bottle. Compare it to the size of my head, and my head's pretty big. As a header comes in from City, and Foden squares it across. Keeper makes a save, and a shot comes in. Second time lucky. Cleared off the line. Header surely. Great save. Areola with the brilliant save tips it over. Somehow Manchester City don't lead here. So a good corner in from Foden. Free header. Good save, Areola. Another good ball across from Foden. Rodri has a couple of efforts, cleared off the line, and the header comes in. I think it was it Bernardo? Was it Alvarez? My screen's tiny. My eyesight's bad. I can't see who it is. Somehow West Ham survive. Barrage from City. Another corner comes in. Cleared towards the edge of the penalty area. Headed back in. Haaland tries to twist, turn and get his shot away. Man City want the throw in and get the throw in. City keep the pressure on West Ham. All guns blazing from City here. An entertaining attacking opening 7 minutes. Kyle Walker with the throw in. City have got West Ham pinned in the final third here. That's not a good ball, and that'll be a bit of pressure off West Ham. They'll be thankful for that and out for a goal kick. Ruben Dias couldn't find Kyle Walker on the right wing. Don't forget, guys, leave a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. We're now 65 likes away from 100 likes. Any help towards that would be great. Don't forget to subscribe as well. And do go and check out today's video sponsor, Scratch Maps. That would be great. Links and details, they are in the description. The creator, thanks very much for tuning in. Going for a 3-0 win for City today. I'm going for a 2-0 win. I'm going for a brace for Erling Haaland, is my prediction. City then coming forward again. Bernardo Silva works it to Jeremy Doku. He's seen so much of the ball here on the left wing for Manchester City. Doku gives it to Gvardiol. And Gvardiol has space, tries to whip a ball into the box. Blocked by West Ham. He finds his header, though, to Jeremy Doku. He goes down. He wants a free kick. Man City get a throw in instead. Here is Kyle Walker for Manchester City on the right wing. Again, West Ham just pinned. Wasted their goal kick, not had any possession, and Man City on it once more. City very much pushing for an early goal here. Here is Jeremy Doku. Oh, he runs into the gap really well. He tries to thread a pass to Haaland. He can't. He nearly got lucky. Nearly got it back for Manchester City there. Jeremy Doku really asking the questions of West Ham. They're struggling with him right now. Going up against Koufal, remember, only just back from injury. He's been risked by West Ham today. Not the easiest of tests for Koufal on that in that right back position for West Ham. Here's Ruben Dias. Man City playing in their white shirts, maroon shorts and white socks, attacking from right to left. West Ham are playing in their normal claret and blue kits with claret shirts, blue sleeves, claret shorts, claret socks. Manuel Akanji now to Foden. Foden playing in a more central area, and he brings down, I think it was Soucek there, and a free kick for, sorry, it was James Ward-Prowse, and it's a free kick given to West Ham United. Yeah, it's a cynical foul that from Phil Foden. Early in the game, I think he'll get away with a yellow card, but I think any more tactical fouling from Phil Foden there, and that will be a yellow card. There's a cynical foul that from Phil Foden. He knew what he was doing, got dispossessed. City have committed a lot of players forward, bring him down nice and high up, so there's no threat to the Man City goal. 11 minutes in, it's a poor giveaway from West Ham again, wasting possession. Here's Erling Haaland now, gives it to Bernardo Silva playing right wing for Manchester City today with Foden going more through the centre. Bernardo Silva can't play the pass in towards Kyle Walker, and a man that Man City were linked with heavily during August is Lucas Paqueta manages to get the ball off Kyle Walker and out for a throw into West Ham, still in West Ham's final third. 0-0 here at the London Stadium between West Ham United and Manchester City over 11 minutes in now. It's been a blistering start for City. A couple of really good saves made by Areola in goal for West Ham, keeping this at 0-0. And that's well worked by West Ham into space. Kufal can bring West Ham forward now. West Ham have got 3 forward. Ball gets played in. Finds Jarrod Bowen. Tomas Soucek now plays a ball forward. Not the best of balls forward. And that will be dealt with by Josko Gvardiol. And the offside flag goes up. And Man City are going to have a free kick inside City's final third. Further forward, I've seen West Ham come so far in the opening 12 minutes of this game. Here's Manchester City coming forward now. No sooner are Man City in their final third that they're now inside the West Ham half. Here is Rodri bringing Manchester City forward. It's lovely one-touch football this from City, and it goes to the electrifying Jeremy Doku on the left wing. Wants to take his man on. He twists, turns and goes for the better option there. Gives it to Josko Gvardiol. Man City now into the centre. Work it to the right-hand side. Kyle Walker. Can't play his pass, and surrounded out well by West Ham, and that will be a free kick to West Ham as well, committed by Kyle Walker, getting a bit frustrated, pulling down Tomas Soucek there, and a free kick given to West Ham. Entertaining start at Gillingham. Took the lead through George Lapsey 9 minutes in, and 2 minutes later, Michael Mellon has found an equaliser for Morecambe. Gillingham 1, Morecambe 1. Both teams to score after just 11 minutes there. Man City have got Pep Guardiola back in the dugout today. Good to see Pep after a couple of games absent. City came out unscathed away against Sheffield United just about under Juan Marlilo, and then a convincing victory a couple of weekends ago against Fulham, which coincidentally, again, was a 3 p.m. blackout. JSGC was at that game, so unfortunately couldn't do a live watch-along for that, but I am back here today doing a live watch-along for you guys to enjoy. And JSGC's been a little bit inconsistent because Tuesday night I'm at the City game again, watching the game against Red Star Belgrade, so I will have a live watch-along for that. And I'm doing some recording for my second channel, JSGC Football, next Saturday. So I'll be doing a live watch-along of our game against Nottingham Forest at home. But after that, I'll be back for at least a couple of weeks. Here's Rodri for Manchester City now. Gives it to Bernardo. Hearts have taken the lead at home against Aberdeen, north of the border. Here is Jeremy Doku on the left. Finds his pass. Gvardiol goes for a shot, and Haaland! I don't know how Erling Haaland's not scored. He looked like he might have been offside. How well time was this? Run by Haaland. He was miles onside. That should be 1-0 Man City. Erling Haaland on his left foot inside the 6-yard box. The net's gaping for Erling Haaland. You expect better from Erling Haaland there. That's the best opportunity of the game. West Ham come forward and get themselves the first corner of the game. And this is a big opportunity for West Ham because we've got a set-piece specialist in James Ward-Prowse, new signing from Southampton in the summer. Good with his set pieces. And there's some big players going forward there. Kurt Zuma, one of them. They have lost a bit of physicality with no Declan Rice, though, of course. And they're doing a weird... I mean, Tomas Soucek is also over this. I don't understand this crazy policy of having 2 players at the corner. I don't get it. And he's not even Ward-Prowse taking it. And it's a good ball across from West Ham and out for I think, a goal kick to Manchester City. It's a cracking ball to the near post. That was an opportunity for West Ham as Queen's Park Rangers have taken the lead against Sunderland. Ederson weren't happy. He felt like that should have been a 3 kick, but nothing given. And I'm not too sure why Ward-Prowse weren't taking that corner, but there we go. It was a good ball in, though. Some good quality set pieces put into the box so far, and to no avail by both attacking teams. Here's Manchester City then. Seem to just be taking a breather from that blistering high-energy start and just knocking the ball around now. And Kyle Walker will get a free kick there for Manchester City, which will allow Manchester City just to, again, have a bit of a breather and just work this ball further forward out of their own half and back into the West Ham half. Here's Rodri bursting forward for Manchester City then. That's a good ball, really good ball. Jeremy Doku straight to his feet, lovely touch into the penalty area. Has a shot and straight at Areola with a very comfortable save there for West Ham United. It's a great ball from Akanji, straight to the feet. Lovely touch from Jeremy Doku. He's instantly just thinking about driving forward and into the penalty area. Lovely direct play. Good football all round. Just needed the finish. Got it through the legs of the defender, straight into the midsection of the goalkeeper, though. Good positioning from Areola, and it remains 0-0 here at the London Stadium. West Ham United 0, Manchester City 0, 18.5 minutes in. And not great play from Man City, and West Ham can come forward, and it's a good bit of covering from Rodri, and Man City can come away with the ball. Ederson with a very comfortable, accurate pass, which we've come to expect from Eddie. Straight to Josko Gvardiol, and Man City can just get their heads up and push forward here. Here's Rodri. Good ball across to Kyle Walker. Here's Rodri then for Manchester City. Gives it to Jeremy Doku. Works it to Josko Gvardiol now. City around 30 yards out from their West Ham goal. Centre to goal. Just working the ball around. Here's Julian Alvarez for Manchester City. And City just knocking it around. And a good work from Manchester City. Phil Foden just drives forward, opens up half a yard of space. Patient build-up from City. Foden drags the shot. I think it takes a deflection. It does off Kurt Zouma off the toe of his boot. And out for a corner here to Manchester City. We've already seen some good set pieces put into the box. What can we put in now? 20 minutes in, 0-0. Corner comes in. It's a drifted one, headed down, and it causes problems for West Ham. They get it clear. Really good passing that from Manchester City. Really good passing. Knocking it round midfield. Here's Foden. Just drifts it out to Jeremy Doku on the left wing. Brighton have taken the lead through Danny Welbeck at Old Trafford. Jeremy Doku goes for a ball into the box. Dealt with comfortably by West Ham. A lot of movement here from Manchester City. And it flicked down and straight into the arms of Areola. And West Ham, I was going to say, might just choose to take a breather here, but they aren't. Julia, it's things you love to see. Danny Welbeck giving Brighton the lead against Manchester United. Putting even more pressure onto Erik ten Hag as well. I mean, a little bit of a fallout, demanding the apology of Jadon Sancho. Having fallouts with players early in the season's not great. If you're not getting the results as well, all of a sudden it becomes very difficult. You lose the dressing room, you lose the team, you lose your job. The brutal world of football. West Ham then get themselves a corner here on their left-hand side. Man City's defending right-hand side. Let's see, is it going to be Jarrod Bowen this time? Is it going to be James Ward-Prowse? Aguerd comes forward. Kurt Zouma comes forward. Goes for the near post and not dealt with by Ederson. And West Ham tried to get a ball back across. And Kyle Walker's got the wrong side of him, and that's good defending from Man City. Yeah, referee says no free kick. City fan, it all depends on where you're tuning in from. If you're tuning in from the UK, it's on the blackout and isn't on TV. So no channel to the streams, which is what I'm doing. So I'm probably a little bit behind real time. So apologies to that. If anybody is ahead and I seem a little bit delayed, there's not really much I can do about it, I'm afraid. As Bolton have taken the lead away at Reading through Dion Charles. Tranmere are 1-up. Away against Crawley. Charlie Jolly with the goal. Barnsley have just taken the lead. It's Burton at home. Former Manchester City man Devante Cole giving them the lead in that League One clash there. City then coming forward once more. Rodri then into the channel. Plenty of movement for Bernardo and Phil Foden. Seen a lot of the ballers. Ollie Palmer has given Wrexham the lead. And a little bit too much on that ball. Alvarez had just peeled away from the marker and gives a thumbs up. Hasn't worked. Akanji going for the dink over the top. Looking for the back post. It's a well-timed run from Alvarez, and if that ball was on point, that could have well have been 1-0 Manchester City. Peterborough 1-0 up against Leyton Orient. Here's West Ham just coming forward here. Akanji's got some defending to do against Antonio. Antonio's not really seen much of the ball. And well defended from Manchester City. Andy, thanks very much for tuning in. Says he's up in Kirby Moorside for a short break. Then back to York. Andy and Allison tuning in. Much appreciated. How are they playing so far? It was a very lightning quick start from Manchester City. They really put a lot of pressure. Peppering that West Ham goal. Couldn't find the opening goal. A couple of good saves made by keeper Areola. Since then, I would say that West Ham have just started to grow a little bit more into the game, and it definitely looks like set play is probably their best route into this game. And Man City just kind of taking the foot off the gas. 25 minutes in, that's where we sit right now. City going for the more patient build-up now rather than trying to force that issue after not finding that opening goal. But it's been a pretty good start. It's been a good game of football, this, I'll be honest. 25 minutes in. Is Jeremy Doku. He's seen a lot of the ball for Manchester City on this left wing. Tries to take it to the byline. He keeps trying to get it onto his right foot. The defenders know what he wants to do. He's got the pace to do it, but with how tight West Ham are sitting and how deep they're sitting, it's not really too much of an outlet there. Man City with 10 shots already in 25 minutes. 1 shot for West Ham. West Ham had no shots on target right now. Matheus Nunes is on the bench. Corner comes in from City. And it's all wrong from Phil Foden. All wrong. He tries to whip the ball and he gets it wrong. It goes out of play for a goal kick. It's one of them where you're trying to whip it out, then back in. It just kind of goes in a straight line and never has enough zip on it. An out of play for a goal kick. Waste of a set piece, that from Manchester City. Very careful game, this at the Mo. Very careful is how I'd describe it. Fleetwood now 2-0 down. Billy Bowden giving Oxford a 2-0 lead as Alvarez just trying to thread a ball through to Haaland, making a run. Intercepted, though, by West Ham. And Man City win that ball back very well. Preston 2-0 up. Mixed. It'll be very happy. West Ham really struggling on the ball at the Mo. City really dominating this game. We need something to show for it, though. Erling Haaland. Edge of the penalty area. Jeremy Doku. Great ball into the channel. Haaland can get his shot away, but it's blocked. Blocked well, actually, by West Ham. Space here for Rodri. Opened up for him. He missed his opportunity to shot. He has his shot second time, and it's straight at the keeper. It looked like the opportunity just escaped Rodri, and it opened up again. Nice. It's just way too low down. It's a comfortable save in the end. That's poor from City. Really poor. Ball given away from Gvardiol. He has to make the challenge and a throw into West Ham in City's final third. You don't want to be giving the ball away there. West Ham then enjoying a little bit of possession here. Zuma. Aguerd now for West Ham. Dropping it into midfield. Pep Guardiola up from his seat, right on the edge of his technical area. Barking instruction at City. Lots of hand waving from Pep. Ball comes across from Ward-Prowse. Nobody there for West Ham, and Manchester City can gather that one up and just build this up from the back. Here's Bernardo Silva for Manchester City, playing a deeper role. Gives it to Rodri. Foden runs into traffic, and West Ham can come away with the ball. So West Ham have a free kick, send the ball forward, headed clear by Manchester City. Ruben Dias goes very heavy through the back of Michail Antonio, and referee's going to stop play. Ruben Dias has asked for play to be stopped, said he's banged his head into Michail Antonio. The referee has to stop the play. So I have a little stoppage here. City and West Ham using this as a good opportunity just to have a little drinks break. A couple of instructions given by Pep Guardiola. Plenty to ponder for Manchester City so far. I think it's the only way Man City can get Alvarez into the team. I agree. I'd rather see Alvarez as a second striker. I'd rather see Man City adapt the formation and try a way to find playing two strikers, literally Haaland alongside, not either drop in or deeper. You play with two strikers, almost like a 3-5-2 formation if City want to stick with the three defenders. But City like to invert rather than go with the wing backs. You want to go 3-5-2, you need good wing backs. City don't do wing backs. So I don't really know how. Given away from Manchester City here, and West Ham can come forward. Jarrod Bowen, right wing for West Ham, burst forward. Has 3 runners on him. He has to go back, but it's the right option. Aston Villa have just taken the lead at home against Crystal Palace. Not a great ball through from West Ham, and that will be dealt with by City. So it's Moussa Diaby with a goal for Aston Villa on 34 minutes. Recovered well, Aston Villa, since their opening day hammering away at Newcastle. Blackburn are 1 up at home to Middlesbrough. Very careful period of the game, this one. We've got 34 minutes in. We're 11 minutes away from going into whatever's going to be added on for half time. City clearly feeling, I think a little bit of the effects of international duty and a very quick start, trying to find that opening goal and find that momentum. I think Man City will potentially try and not coast, but just knock the ball around and see if they can create 1 or 2 chances between now and half time and preserve energy a little bit more and come out again for the second half. I was expecting this to be a close game, so it doesn't surprise me. There is a VAR check at that Aston Villa game, that goal from Moussa Diaby. Not too sure what's happening there. As West Ham, this ball opens up really well, and it's a good save from Ederson. And Aston Villa's goal has been chalked off. 0-0 it remains at Villa Park against Palace. That was a good opportunity, that, for West Ham. Opened up nicely. He just has a shot. He's looking for the bottom corner, and it's a poor effort. I think it's Ward-Prowse with the shot. Comfortable save for Ederson. I think he'll be disappointed with that. Opportunities might be few and far between for West Ham, so that might have been a really good opening for them into the game. Find that all-important opening goal. This game was very difficult for City, and there's the opening goal now. Ward-Prowse plays the ball across, headed into the back of the net, and West Ham lead. Easy as that. They threatened it just a minute ago. A comfortable save made by Ederson. City don't clear the lines properly. Another ball comes in. I think it's Ward-Prowse with the header. It's a poor touch from Doku to give the ball away. Space opens up all over the shop for West Ham, and it's an easy goal. Miles onside, 1-0. Good diving header that from Ward-Prowse. And that's a disaster. I was just speaking about it when if City had conceded off that. The last thing we need is to go behind in such a difficult game away from home. And I was just speaking about City maybe being a bit fatigued with what's to come. They need to find that energy, and I could argue a case. I think City need to find some kind of equaliser before half time, because this is a difficult game. I think we're in a very precarious situation now. I don't think we can afford to concede again. I don't think we win this game if we concede again. I don't see West Ham conceding 3. If we go 2-0 behind, comes a really big problem. City need a response. Shot comes in from City and out, straight into the goalkeeper. We're nearly on 50 likes now, guys. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Don't forget to go and check out today's video sponsor as well, brought to you by Scratch Maps, where you can get your football scratch map. Links and details there in the description. Remember, use code JSGC10 on checkout for 10% off. So free kick here for Manchester City, around 40, 45 yards out, centre to goal. So see the first yellow card of the game there. Alvarez, Edson Alvarez, that is, for West Ham into the book. I think he talked his way into the book. What's it going to do from this free kick? It's way too central and it's too far out for a shot. It's a good 40 yards out. Where's Alano when you need him? Even this might be too far out for him. I reckon it's 45 rather than 40 yards out, you know. It's very centre to goal. You're going to struggle to put a good ball into the box from this. Yeah, City have just passed it and Alvarez slips as he tries to put a ball into the box. It's just too central to do anything with it. Alvarez puts a ball in on his left foot, headed clear comfortably by West Ham. Josko Gvardiol gets control of the ball. And he's going to lose the ball and he's going to concede a free kick. Bit of a weak one. West Ham knew what they were doing there, and West Ham pick up a free kick. This isn't going to plan for Manchester City. John says, wake up, Blues. They really do need to wake up. They really do. Andy says, wasn't meant to happen. Go on, City. They need to dig deep. They need to find something. Got off to a really quick lightning start. Looked like the goal was inevitable for Manchester City. And then just not got going from about 15 minutes in. Has that fast, quick start from City tired the team out, maybe? We've not found that opening goal. West Ham have grown into the game, and this is the danger now. West Ham come forward again. It's a ball that comes in. Bowen goes again with a ball across. Dealt with well by Manchester City. City have just found no way of getting Erling Haaland involved, and he's dispossessed by West Ham. And all of a sudden, West Ham growing in confidence. Manchester City having pressure put onto them, and this is the danger. This is the danger. There's not much depth on the bench. There's not much that we can rely upon. There's not many changes that can be made. And all of a sudden, City going into the international break, looking as they mean to go on, looking strong, looking fierce, looking good. One result comes along, and you always get them results. They do happen. But all of a sudden, it just opens up for other teams. Other teams, there's so much analysis going on in football. They'll be watching what West Ham do, and all of a sudden, with how well Man City can do, remember, since we've changed up this formation and inverted a centre-back into defensive midfield and gone with a back three, we've been doing that since February. Only when Man City have rotated have we ended up not only dropping points, but, not just losing games, but any time we've dropped points has been when we've been rotating the team at the end of the Premier League season. No team's really sussed Man City out, and we got off to a lightning start this season as well. No team have really put the finger on Man City as Doku gets into a great position, and surely, how has Erling Haaland not scored there? Brilliant from Doku. He just lays it on a plate for Haaland. He makes the run to the back post. Why? How is that net not bulging? Erling Haaland should have at least a brace here. We can't afford to be missing these opportunities. Sensational from Jeremy Doku. Just takes the turn. Haaland just peeled off. How has Haaland not scored? The opportunities have been there for City. Corner, headed clear by West Ham. Shot comes in from Jeremy Doku. It looks like if anyone's going to make anything happen in this game, it's going to be Doku for Man City right now. Julian Alvarez does really well. Gets his cross in. Headed clear by West Ham. City have got a couple of minutes here, plus whatever's to be added on as Man United found an equaliser, and it's been ruled out through VAR. Remains 1-0 Brighton. A shot comes in from City, and Rodri's rocket takes a deflection, and it's wide. I'm not sure who the deflection's come off as to whether it's come off a West Ham player or a City player. I think a goal kick's been given. It's just dragged. I don't think it takes a touch off anyone. I think it's just dragged from Rodri there. Haaland just doesn't get enough on that effort. He literally just sticks his leg out, the ball hits his leg, and he's relying on the pace of the ball for it to go over the line rather than getting any conviction behind it. I think Haaland's just slightly behind the ball and doesn't make a full clean connection. Otherwise, it's 1-1. He should be scoring that, though. It was a more difficult chance than the sitter that he missed before, but someone as good as Erling Haaland, it should be going. That opportunity before should have been buried, and that should have been buried. As I said, a match that's difficult. We're behind. We're chasing the game. Can't afford. We can't afford too many misses. We really can't. Gvardiol, good ball in, headed clear by West Ham. Haaland, and a shot comes in, and it comes off the backside of one of the West Ham players and out for a corner to Manchester City. We're into added time, just 2 minutes added on. Struggle to believe that there's just 2 minutes being added on. Maybe we're seeing the end of these ridiculous amounts of times being added on. I mean, we had an injury with a clash of heads, numerous amounts of corner. The ball's been inactive. We've had a goal. I think it should have probably been 4 or 5, but here we are. 2 minutes added on. Corner for Manchester City. Needs to be good. It's not bad. And tipped by Areola and out for a corner, which is taken short by Manchester City. And effort comes into the near post from Jeremy Doku. from a quick Rodri corner, and it's cleared by West Ham out for a throw-in to Manchester City. Just 1 minute remaining here to half-time, and a big, important minute, and a foul throw. You just can't be doing that at this point of the game. It's poor from Manchester City. So poor. This is going to be hard work for Manchester City if we're to scramble something from this game. If we're to win this game, it's going to take a really big second half performance. But Man City, we haven't played bad. We're just up against a good team, and we're not putting our opportunities away. And we're going back to this thing with Man City again. As a second yellow card of the game comes out. This time, the first yellow card for a City player going to Josko Gvardiol, and that will coast us towards half-time. And it was a high challenge from Gvardiol. It was a yellow card all day, that. And that will see us to half-time, and that'll be job done for the first 45 minutes as far as West Ham are concerned, and plenty to ponder and plenty to think about for Manchester City. West Ham send the ball towards the penalty area. Dealt with by Manchester City, and City can just deal with that one, come away with the ball. The 2 minutes are up now, so it's whatever's to be added on. Referee said that he is going to add these seconds on. Here's City coming forward. West Ham look a little bit stretched here. The fans are not happy, so a chance here for City to put a ball into the box. Walker chooses not to do it, works it to the edge of the penalty area instead. Julian Alvarez now. West Ham fans screaming for that whistle. Good work from City. Foden, and with a shot blocked, and that will take us to half-time. And that has been a very frustrating first half of football, I'll be honest with you guys. Not been a comfortable performance for Manchester City. It's not been an easy performance from City. West Ham have created some opportunities. Both sides have had enough opportunities to come away with a couple of goals from that first half. The two big opportunities for Haaland is what we're going to be looking at. There's been some positives in there. I think Doku's had a good game. I think Foden's looking very lively. It's just, we haven't put our opportunities away. There's been a couple of good saves made by the keeper, but there's been enough. There's been enough that's been created from Manchester City. The couple of sitters missed by Haaland. It could be really costly. Could be really costly for Manchester City. So I'm just going to share my screen so we can have a look at the stats for this game. Draw up some conclusions from that, because that hasn't been easy. So before we do that, don't forget, please leave a thumbs up. That'd be much appreciated. We are pushing for 100 likes. We're 53 likes away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Do subscribe as well if you are new around here. And do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by Scratch Maps. Links and details there in the description. Do remember to use code JSGC10 for 10% off. I've got my promo video, which I am going to roll for you guys right now. Is brought to you by Scratch Off Maps. Thank you very much to them for sponsoring this video. It is a brilliant map with lots of availability online that you can go and check out. So the link is in the description. They've got numerous amount of maps, including if you're wanting to follow English football, you're wanting to follow and do as many grounds in the 92. You've got maps based for the NFL over in the United States. You've got Scottish maps as well. You've got European maps, German maps for you to go and check out. So lots of variety and lots of good options. A little bit about the map. The map, very easy to scratch off. It's very accessible. You can literally just pin it up and put it literally anywhere in your room. I've even put mine on the door. I also really like the fanometer that's available on the map, where you can see how many grounds you've visited and see what kind of football fan you are. I've currently done 43 of the grounds available on the map. A seasoned traveller, and I've got my eyes set this season on getting to serious respect section. Don't forget, you can go and check out the map. The link is in the description. Remember, if you use code JSGC10 on checkout, you will get 10% off your order. Links and details, they're in the description. Thank you very much there to Scratch Off Maps for sponsoring this video. As I said, go and check them out. Links and details, they are in the description. Got my map up just over there on the door. Said it's on the door. And there it is right there. Anyway, we're going to draw up some conclusions. We're going to go through the stats. Got them up, locked and loaded. So let's see what the stats are showing and what they are suggesting, in my opinion. So just share my screen for you guys. So as you can see, it's James Ward-Prowse on 36 minutes. That's given West Ham United the lead here. Very interesting. Just keeping an eye on the odds. Man City were firm favourites. We're now not even favourites to win this game. West Ham are favourites to win this game, which is sentiment to how good West Ham can be and a good start that they've got under David Moyes so far this season, and how tight David Moyes has got West Ham playing. They're a good defensive team. They found that all-important opening goal. This is going to be a very difficult game for Manchester City, a very difficult game. We need an early goal in that second half to get back into this game, because the longer this game goes on, I can see City getting more and more frustrated, and West Ham are the kind of team to wrap this up and get that killer second goal, that 2-goal cushion. As you can see from the stats, City was 17 shots, 7 on target, 64% possession. We've done enough to be leading in this game. We haven't put our opportunities away. And at the end of the day, you can overanalyze football all you like. It comes down to what opportunities you created, and it comes down to being clinical. West Ham, 36% possession, 3 shots, 2 on target, 1 goal. Probably should have scored at least 2. I think Man City should have scored at least 2. City need to be better, and when the opportunities come out, and there will be opportunities in that second half, needs to go for City. But City have done enough. I mean, look at West Ham, 87% pass completion rate from a 36% possession. It's very impressive. They're a good team. City, though, 64% possession, 93% pass completion rate, creating 17 opportunities with 17 shots, 7 on target. We just shouldn't be behind in this game. We really shouldn't. 3 clear-cut opportunities created. It's been a bad day at the office for the attackers so far. And thankfully, we're only 45 minutes in. We've got another 45 minutes to put it right. And I'm pretty confident we can have another second half as good as these stats suggest from the first half. I'm confident City can find at least 1 goal, maybe 2. The only problem I've had from what I've seen so far in this game, City are going to be struggling to win this one. They really are. I think if we can come away right now, if you used to offer me a draw, I'd probably be pretty happy with that, just purely on how good defensively West Ham can be, how stubborn they can be. We're going to struggle. We're going to find it very difficult to create 2 good clear-cut opportunities. We need to be clinical in this second half. We don't have that depth on the bench. This isn't an easy second half for Manchester City. They need to turn up and they need to do things right. And they need to put their opportunities away. And Haaland missing a couple of sitters in there. This could be one of them games. It could just quite simply be one of them days. Yeah, not great. Not great at all. Couple of yellow cards. 1 for West Ham, 1 for Manchester City. 6 fouls, 1 for West Ham, 3 for Manchester City. It's just all been pretty much Man City being on top, better with the ball, creating them opportunities, having more shots, testing the keeper more. They've just not put them opportunities away, is what them stats are showing me. And City need to keep pushing. They need to dig deep, and they need to be clinical in that second half. And that's what this game's going to come down to. That's going to be the fine margin here. West Ham have been clinical. Manchester City haven't. And if we want to get a point from this game, we need to be clinical. We need to put them chances away. I can't reiterate that point enough. pretty much that's where it comes down to. That's the do-all and end-all of this game, in my complete and honest opinion. MCFC, thanks for tuning in and saying Haaland missing 2 sitters just hasn't helped City's cause. Haaland puts them 2 opportunities away. This is a different half-time over-analysis from me, but it is what it is. As I said, there will be more opportunities in the second half. We've not got that margin for error. We've not got the time on our hands. They need to go. Very simple. Very, very simple. So if you're in charge at City and you're making changes, who do you bring on? What are the changes? What changes do you make? As I said, City just haven't got that depth there. There's 2 goalkeepers on the. I haven't even named a full bench. You got an Nathan Ake, a Sergio Gomez could be a really good option, a good creative option for Manchester City. Kalvin Phillips, you wanted them options in the middle. Oscar Bobb, you wanted to put Oscar Bobb in at the deep end, could be an option. Rico Lewis, there's lots of good defensive options there. I think the big one has to be debutant Matheus Nunes. I think I'd like to, as this game goes on, if we're not getting that creativity there, at some point, these players need to come tried and tested, and I think I'd be chucking him in at the deep end, if I'm honest, and asking him to try and salvage and get something for Manchester City, but it's going to be difficult from here. I'm not going to lie to you guys. So we're over halfway to our 100-like goal. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Do subscribe as well if you are new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notification on. Do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by Scratch Off Maps. Links and details there in the description. Brilliant map. You get 10% off. Use code JSGC10 on checkout as well. So I do have some halftime entertainment for you guys to look forward to. As I'm just going to get my phone on charge so I can have the obviously the stream available for you guys for the second half, so we can do our live watch along. So it is brought to you by my partner channel, Mixid, who won't be in the chat, unfortunately, for today. He's the Preston season ticket holder, so he'll be at the Preston game at Deepdale today, where they're taking on Plymouth Argyle. Preston 2-0 up at half-time. So Mixid will be much happier than what I am right now. This is Mixid, though, bringing you the half-time entertainment, which is the Monks in Mexico, which is a recipe, a cocktail recipe, which originates from the Sin City of Las Vegas. Sit back, relax, enjoy, get yourself some drink, get yourself some snack, and hopefully we can have a much better second half. Enjoy. Mixid's links in the description if you want to go and check him out, like and subscribe.
What's going on, guys? Mixid here, back again for another summer cocktail. So for today's cocktail, I'm taking you back to Las Vegas. So this one is originated from the Venetian in Las Vegas. So it's a hotel, and today's cocktail is Monks in Mexico. So where it gets its name from is from the green chartreuse. So if you know anything about chartreuse, it's made from monks in a Carthusian monastery, which is where they make this liqueur. So that is the monks bit. So with the Mexico side, it comes from their tequila now. So this is made in Mexico in Jalisco. So of course, combine the two, Monks in Mexico. So that is where it comes from. So it's a nice refreshing one, and it's certainly something different to what I normally make. So there's a lot of the grapefruit taste in this. It's quite a powerful one, mixed in with the chartreuse and the elderflower of the Saint-Germain, mixed in with tequila. So let's get straight into it. So if you want to find this cocktail in Las Vegas, it is in the Venetian Resort, as I say, and it's in the Estadio Milos. Estiatorio Milos, I think I'm saying that right, because it's in the Venetian Resort, Las Vegas. Funny enough, I didn't have it in Las Vegas, so this is the first time me actually making it and trying it. So let's get straight into this cocktail. So to make the Monks in Mexico, get your shaker. I'll put in 4 to 5 ice cubes. It's only right that I use a Las Vegas shaker, as you can see, just to bring back memories, many happy memories. So to make this, the first ingredient into the tin, guys, is 45ml or 1.5 ounce of Respado tequila. And if you want to use Don Julio, I highly recommend it. Absolute quality. You certainly find this in Las Vegas. So get your jigger and strain into the tin. Next, 1/2 ounce or 15ml of elderflower liqueur. I'm using Saint-Germain. Next, 15ml or 1/2 ounce of green chartreuse. It's a unique spirit chartreuse. Quite strong too. Next into the tin, guys, is 45ml or 1.5 ounce of grapefruit juice. Next, 1/4 ounce or 7.5ml of agave nectar. Last ingredient is 15ml or half an ounce of fresh lime juice. So as you can see, there's plenty of tasting notes in this cocktail. So now put your lid on and give it a good hard shake, 8 to 10 seconds to get it nice and chilled. So get a nice coupe glass. And strain into it. Last thing to do is garnish it with a grapefruit twist. So there we go, one at Monks in Mexico. So as you can see, there it is, Monks in Mexico. Doesn't it look fantastic? And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, at one at Monks in Mexico. How does this Venetian classic taste? Plenty of flavour, just how I thought it'd be. It's refreshing, but very, very quite tangy as well. But it's not as spicy as what I thought it would be. But that is absolutely fantastic. I can see why they make this in Las Vegas. I wish I'd tried this properly in the Venetian itself when I went. But with that, what you can taste, the thing that makes it is grapefruit juice. I wasn't too sure whether I'd like it or not, but I'm certainly loving it. It makes it a refreshing taste mixed in with your agave syrup, which goes well with tequila, and mixed in with your lime juice. And then you got the elderflower, which can taste it, so it kicks through the tequila and the grapefruit juice. So they're the most two powerful tasting that hits you straight away, and then you can feel the flavours coming through after you drink it. It's a very, very colourful cocktail, plenty of flavour, and I really recommend it. I think so far that is the most flavourful cocktail I've had so far for this summer. So this is summer cocktail number 5 for 2023, Monks in Mexico. And it certainly lives up to the billing. And that is absolutely beautiful. If you love tequila, again, it's a nice tequila cocktail and I certainly recommend it. I'd give this a solid 8 out of 10. That'd be my personal opinion. A solid certainly 8 out of 10. But if you've ever tried this, Monks in Mexico, do let me know in the comments below. Or if you've been to Las Vegas and you've seen it at the Venetian Resort, do let me know as well. As I saw it on the menu, I thought, oh, that looks tasty. I'll have a go at making this. So it looks very refreshing, certainly a summer cocktail, how it should be. But if you're looking for chartreuse recipes, I certainly recommend this as well, especially if you want to get into chartreuse. If you want to try the cocktail recipes, try that spirit. This is a good introduction. It's not overpowering, plenty of flavour with it. I recommend it. But that, guys, has been the Monks in Mexico. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Mixed as we're on the road to 2K. As we're getting ever closer now, as we're only 17 subscribers away from our goal of 2,000 subscribers on the Mixed channel. As you've been fantastic. So stay tuned for the Summer Cocktail series, as I will see you guys again next Sunday for more Summer Cocktails. But I've been Mixed. This has been Monks in Mexico. Cheers.
I don't know what happened then. Kind of went off. Now my stream stopped working. Anyway, in the midst of all that, Manchester City have equalised. Jeremy Doku's found the goal for Manchester City on 46 minutes. I've not got my timings right. I do apologise. It's all on me, that. I really do apologise. I'm so sorry, guys. As I said, my stream stopped working, so I've not been able to see the goal, so I can't comment on it. I'm sure there'll be some kind of highlight once I get the stream to work, so I can give you my thoughts on it. But yeah, Jeremy Doku's found the equaliser. It's exactly what Manchester City needed heading into that into the first moments of the second half is exactly what Man City needed to happen. Right, so let's have a look. I think we're getting a highlight here. So Foden made a run. He had a shot. Oh, sorry, that's not that. It's gone out for a corner. Sorry, guys. Right, corner here for Man City. Julian Alvarez to takes it short. Foden gives it to Bernardo. Walker gives it back to Bernardo. There's the run of Alvarez on the right. He can thread Foden in. He goes near post, save, shoot. Oh, he skied it. Alvarez skies it. Oh, sorry, Gvardiol skies it. This tiny screen. All right, I've only just realised my camera battery's running out, guys. So I'm just going to roll my promo video. And it's on for like a minute. And as it does that, I'll quickly change my camera battery. We'll see how quick I can be. So I'll be back in a minute. By Scratch Off Maps. Thank you very much to them for sponsoring this video. It is a brilliant map with lots of availability online that you can go and check out. So the link is in the description. They've got numerous amount of maps, including if you're wanting to follow English football, you're wanting to follow and do as many grounds in the 92. You've got maps based for the NFL over in the United States. You've got Scottish maps as well. You've got European maps, German maps for you to go and check out. So lots of variety and lots of good options. A little bit about the map. The map, very easy to scratch off. It's very accessible. You can literally just pin it up and put it literally anywhere in your room. I've even put mine on the door. I also really like the fanometer that's available on the map where you can see how many grounds you've visited and see what kind of football fan you are. I've currently done 43 of the grounds available on the map. A seasoned traveller, and I've got my eyes set this season on getting to Serious Respect section. Don't forget, you can go and check out the map. The link is in the description. Remember, if you use code JSGC10 on checkout, you'll get 10% off your order. Links and details, they're in the description. Thank you very much there to Scratch Off Maps for sponsoring this video. Much appreciated. Links and details, they are in the description. And also in the live chat as well. Still waiting to see. So a free kick here for Manchester City in a very good position. About 30, 35 yards out. Bernardo and Alvarez stood over this. Both pretty interested in it as well. It's good position this. Shot comes in. Alvarez hits the post. Oh. That was a cracking effort from Julian Alvarez. West Ham get away with that. I agree with the commentator. The commentator just said West Ham got very lucky there. Great effort from Alvarez. Smacks the post. Keeper beaten. Good start to the half. City had this good start in the first half. We couldn't find that goal. We found the goal and we're pushing for the second. Alvarez is so unlucky. Half a yard to the left. 2-1 City. Weren't a fan of that 6.8% cider. Weren't for me, so I've moved up to the water. Keith, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Hope you were well. Haaland! Oh! Great save, Areola. City still got the ball in a good position here. No, it's not a great pass. That was a good save from Areola. Really good save from Haaland. Should Haaland have scored? Let's have a look. Should he have had a hat-trick? No, commentator said he should score. It's behind Haaland. It's a great effort. Chipped over from Rodri. It'd have been a great assist. He's off balance. It's behind him. Haaland finds that goal. It's one of the goals of the month. It's a good save from Areola, though. Really good save. Anything could happen here. Literally anything could happen. Right, we're 44 likes away. Let's get them likes up, guys. 44 away to 100 likes. Any help towards that would be great. Here's Jeremy Doku scoring his first Man City goal. Squares a ball across and straight into the arms of the grateful goalkeeper, Areola. Here's West Ham then coming forward. Looks like they might have just weathered that Man City storm. If they weathered that Man City storm, it's great pressing from Doku and he nearly gets the ball back. Said I was impressed with him first half. Equally, just as much so in the second half as well, scoring his first Man City goal. West Ham come forward, try and play a pass and intercepted well by Manchester City. Josko Gvardiol cleared as Brighton go 2-0 up, much to John's delight. He's very happy with that. It's Manchester United. It's Pascal Gross. Good win of the ball that from Manchester City. Really well won back. West Ham preparing their first change. Oh, that's a great ball from West Ham. Great ball from West Ham. Great goalkeeping from Ederson. He's set through one-on-one. Antonio takes a heavy touch. It's good pressure from the City defender. But more importantly, it's so well read from Ederson. And he just scrambles out and wins the ball back for Manchester City. City have been on top second half. West Ham showing they've got the dangers there. It's cracking goalkeeping that from Manchester City. City then turning defence into attack. Edge of the West Ham penalty area opens up nicely for Rodri and his shots over the top of the crossbar and out into the stands for a goal kick to West Ham. It's a great ball from Lucas Paqueta. And it's just a heavy touch from Antonio. And it's good defending. I think it's Ruben Dias. It's Ruben Dias. He forces Antonio to take the heavy touch because he could never really get more than half a yard away from him. And that heavy touch just brings Ederson into the game. And because he's a sweeper keeper, reads it like a book. It's just all-round good goalkeeping from Ederson. And I think over the last 6 months or so, I think Ederson's really improved as a goalkeeper. Really improved as a goalkeeper. I think he's taken a lot of confidence from winning these trophies. He single-handedly in the last 10 minutes of that Champions League final made sure Man City won that Champions League with some outstanding high-pressure, top-quality saves. He takes confidence from that. City into the penalty area now. Drilled across from Doku. He's apologising to everybody. Jeremy Doku's he's becoming one of my favourite players. He's electric on that left wing. He just wants to do well. He just wants to do the right thing. If the ball's there to be hit, he's having a shot. If the ball's there to be played across, he's playing it across. He's getting into all kinds of good positions. He's not scared to have a go. He's not scared to lose the ball, which is very unlike Manchester City and a player of Manchester City. But sometimes you need them players, and it shows that here with him finding the equaliser. That's a great ball! Haaland! Good save again. Come on. It's a good ball in. Haaland gets up nice and early, gets his head onto it, tests the keeper. Still not seen a highlight of Doku's goal, so I can give you that for you guys. Wigan have gone 1-0 up against Cambridge at home. Kudus and Benrahma set to come on for West Ham! And wide! Desperately unlucky that from West Ham. How has this game not been selected for live broadcast? This has been a cracking game of football that could just go any way. Far too good for a 3 p.m. blackout. Desperately unlucky that from West Ham. Desperately unlucky. Dare I suggest he probably should have scored. I think it actually takes a deflection. It's good defending. I'm not too sure who it was. It's Akanji who it was. Good defending. Corner for West Ham. Danger not over yet. On the hour mark, 60 minutes in. Corner West Ham. 1-1 here at the London Stadium. Ball goes in. Hangs it up. Header. Save from Ederson. It's a great save. Oh, my word. Kurt Zuma it is winning the header, and it's a great save from Ederson. That's a great save. He gets a good hand onto it, keeps it out, but most importantly, tips it round the post, so it takes it away from the danger zone as well. These set pieces are the big question for Man City. They need to defend them. Defended well again from City, and they can get it clear. And City think about the counter-attack. Jeremy Doku with his pace. It's a great sliding challenge from West Ham. Jeremy Doku showing his pace. Doku, I thought he's just going to stay down. He wanted a free kick. He's moaning rather than being injured, which, to be honest, I'm happy with. We can't afford an injury. Good work from City. Works the ball to Jeremy Doku. Ederson's having a good game so far. West Ham are growing into this game. This is becoming very end-to-end. As I said, this has been a very entertaining game of football. I come to expect no less from two teams in good form, full of confidence. West Ham set to bring on a couple of subs. Kudus and Benrahma, a couple of attacking subs there from West Ham. So they fancy that they could do something, you know. A really good game of football. I respect West Ham for what they're doing. They're having a pop. They're having a go at Manchester City. They're making life very uncomfortable for City. Equally, Man City are finding the space. And if you give Man City space, normally, it means one thing. West Ham showing why they won the Europa Conference League. Are we seeing the real European Super Cup here? And that'll be a free kick for West Ham in a dangerous area. Man City just You don't want to be doing that. Who's going to be coming off them for West Ham and making them subs? No, I think West Ham feel like they're in a good position and they're doing well at the moment. Eyes open, thanks for tuning in. I agree with you 100%. 1-0 behind at half-time against a good team in West Ham away from home. We managed to pull this one back and come away with 3 points. It will be an outstanding result. So a free kick here for West Ham, stupidly given away by Man City, into a good position for West Ham to put ball into the box. Ryan Hardy's just got a goal back for Plymouth against PNE. The ball goes in, and you know what? It's probably been one of the worst balls into the box that we've seen all day from West Ham. It's hooked clear by City with ease. No problem, sir. West Ham still getting up ahead of steam, and a ball comes in, headed clear by Akanji, and City can get an extra head onto that and look to try and get it clear. And Jeremy Doku, doing his defensive duties, takes his man on and wins the free kick. Jeremy Doku. Jeremy Doku. Remember the name. Is Manchester City then coming forward? And I think West Ham, next time this goes out of play, will look to make them subs of City. I feel like they've got more of a grip on this game now. 64 minutes in, 26 minutes remaining, just under that, plus whatever's to be added on. It's been a really good game of football, this. And City into the penalty area. Alvarez. Kyle Walker can't thread that pass in and can't get the shot away, as Fulham have just taken the lead against Luton. I think Crystal Palace have taken the lead against Aston Villa before as well. A shot comes in from City, and it's a good save from Areola. Josko Gvardiol it was with a shot, looking to try and get his first goal for Manchester City. He likes a goal, Josko. On his weaker right foot. It's a good save. It's a comfortable save from the keeper. I think the keeper makes that shot look a little bit better than what it was. I think the keeper were just looking to get it tipped across over the crossbar, so there's no further opportunities there, and it's made it look better than what it was. It's a save I'd expect the keeper to make. Should be a free kick for West Ham, but referees stopped the play and instead it says to throw in Manchester City. They haven't kept it in play. Looked like it should have been a free kick. Lucas Paqueta not happy with that. Anyway, West Ham are going to make them subs now. Yeah, so it's Michail Antonio's coming off. It's going to be the first change. I think Ben Rama's going to come on for him. So I think that might see either one of Ben Rama or Bowen potentially go up top, lead the line. And Mohammed Kudus is also coming on for West Ham. New signing from Ajax, cost over 40 million euros. There's talk of him being the Lucas Paqueta replacement. As Man City make their own change, Phil Foden's going to come off. And it's Matheus Nunes coming on, making his Man City debut. See what Matheus Nunes can do. As Alvarez of West Ham's just gone down injured. Yeah, Edson Alvarez is going to go off for West Ham. So Soucek stays on. So West Ham just delaying their subs. That's a blow for West Ham. So Edson Alvarez is going to go off. Benrahma does come on now. So I think Soucek is going to drop deeper and Kudus is going to go into midfield. And then you're going to see Benrahma go out wide and Bowen go up top. So I think West Ham are going to do. So there'll be some minutes added on here. We'll waste at least 4 minutes then with all that sorted. As City go across and I thought there was just going to be a tap in for City at the back post, but West Ham just managed to scramble it clear. And just cleared it straight to it. I thought he was going to clear it straight to a City player, but West Ham do enough. So it's good stuff from Man City. It's been a good game of football. Jeremy Doku, goal scorer for City. Oh, he turns his man and tackled. Nearly. Right, guys, we're now just 41 likes away from 100 likes. Any help toward that, I'd be much appreciated. Do subscribe as well if you're new around here, and do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by Scratch Off Maps. Links and details are in the description and also in the live chat. Here's West Ham coming forward, and not the best of passes, and doesn't link up there, and out of play for a throw into Manchester City. I wonder if them subs are either going to be inspired for West Ham or it's going to derail them a little bit, in particular that Alvarez injury for West Ham. I think this is a good time now for Man City to really push next 10 minutes. See if we can find that all-important second goal. I think Man City are going to be doing what they've been doing in this second half, which is just a patient build-up and wait for them opportunities, because the opportunities are there. Bernardo Silva centralises it, gives it to Manuel Akanji. The space up for the City defenders to work with. I think that might just be the route to creating some good opportunities for the likes of Akanji and Ruben Dias and Jeremy Doku. Wanted a throw-in for Manchester City. A sliding challenge came in from Koufal and throw-in given to West Ham rather than for Manchester City. And City twisting by throwing Matheus Nunes on. I'm not too sure who else you could really chuck on in this situation other than maybe Kalvin Phillips. Oscar Bobb would be the other attacking option. Other than that, there's just not them options for City. There's defensive options, which is why I think City might push for the next 10 minutes. They can find that goal, then them defensive subs can be made. Likes of Rico Lewis and Nayef Aguerd can be brought on. Remember, we're going to need to be rotating. We're playing every 3 to 4 days. We've got Champions League football back this midweek. Spot on there, eyes open. He says, West Ham proving today that their good start, high position in the Premier League is definitely not false. They're a very capable team. They'll beat several top 6 teams at home this season. And I agree. I completely agree. They've got a good manager, a well-organised manager. They work hard as a team. They will make things happen. They will cause upsets. They've got the confidence. They've got a good start. I think a lot of West Ham's season depends on not so much results against top 6 teams, but more against teams sitting in the hunt around the top 6. I presume their ambition will be to try and get a top half European finish for next season. So its results against them could be influential on where they end up finishing. And remember, United haven't got off to a good start. Chelsea aren't brilliant. There are positions out there if you want them 5th and 6th places. As City into the penalty area, Jeremy Doku just tries to find a low ball across to Haaland, played by West Ham. And ball pinged into Haaland. Manages to control that one and find the pass. Blocked well by West Ham. City step out and West Ham can come forward here. And some defending for City to do. It's Ben Rama up against Kyle Walker, and Ederson's going to give the shout. Brighton are a very good team, another very underrated team. And again, on the blackout in October, Man City take on Brighton, not being broadcast. It's boom, blows my mind. Who are making these decisions? Three-0 Brighton, though. Wow. Free kick West Ham for a lunging in challenge from Matheus Nunes on Lucas Paqueta, who could have been Man City's signing if it weren't for these betting allegations. And we wouldn't have signed Matheus Nunes. So it's João Pedro with the goal for Brighton. United losing 3-0 at home against Brighton. That won't go down very well. It's things you love to see. One thing I want to see more than anything else, though, is a Man City win today. And that's where my focus is. My mood depends on this. And I was saying at half-time, I'd take a draw with how good West Ham are and how difficult of an away match this is and the form that's heading in straight after the international break. It's not an easy thing to do. A win here would be a brilliant result for Manchester City. Easier said than done. West Ham coming forward, well defended from City, and Doku does well to get... I think he's got a throw in there for Manchester City. 15 minutes remaining here at the London Stadium. Then it's West Ham United 1, Manchester City 1. Opening goal came through a diving header from James Ward-Prowse in the first half on 36 minutes before 46th minute. Only a minute into the second half, Jeremy Doku through an assist from Julian Alvarez found the equaliser for Manchester City and sets us up for a grandstand last 15 minutes here. Is there going to be a winner? You imagine next goal wins this game. Good ball across from left to right. Bernardo Silva has the run, played across. Matheus Nunes. Alvarez eventually gets hold of the ball. Bernardo back to Julian Alvarez. Floated in and towards Alvarez! Alvarez! And in! Julian Alvarez with the goal for Manchester City! Manchester City lead by 2-1. Erling Haaland looked like he wanted to tap that one in, but he wasn't sure if he's offside, so he leaves it, and City are ahead. That is hard work. In the meantime, Man United have just found a goal back against Brighton, and Sheffield United have just found a goal against Tottenham. Gustavo Hamer with a goal for Sheffield United away against Spurs. It's a great ball in. Alvarez just hooks it past the keeper. Haaland doesn't touch it because he's through fear of being offside. City lead. A great ball in. Sorry, I thought it was Julian Alvarez with the goal. It's Bernardo Silva with the goal. My screen's so small. My eyesight's so bad. I'm like, who is that? Who is that? So it's Bernardo Silva with the goal for Manchester City. And maybe I was a bit premature about saying next goal wins. Can we hold on? City win. United lose. West Ham now need to twist. This has been an outstanding comeback from Manchester City. Here's Kyle Walker now coming forward for Manchester City. No, that's not good. We've got Manuel Akanji down, injured. So City just put the ball out and he'll get some treatment. Just a little step on his boot. Doesn't look like there's that much in it. He's booking him for it. Soucek goes into the book for the challenge as well. And Man City now got 11 minutes here for Man City to get the job done. Julia, noted. We'll be on it. Well, I do miss Riyadh. We'll replace him. We might get a Jeremy Doku in there. I've been impressed with what I've seen today. So free kick here for West Ham. 10 minutes remaining here. And work for Manchester City to do. As we're now just 30 likes away from 100 likes. So any help towards that would be great. City just needed a professional finish to this game. Is what we'd be looking for. Bernardo Silva. That's a great ball from Bernardo. And that's great work from Walker. Can he get this pass right? Haaland! Great save. He should have a hat-trick. He should have a hat-trick. What a great ball from Bernardo. Zuma like the Titanic there. Walker just speeds past him like a cheetah. Haaland just gets clean connection on his left foot. He should score. He should score. Haaland should have a hat-trick. Haaland should have a hat-trick. It's a good save from the keeper, but he should score. And that's a deflection from the ball in from Ben Rama. And thankfully it doesn't wrong foot Ederson and he can make the interception. 8 minutes. We're not clock watching, but 8 minutes. Yeah, Julia, Spurs losing to Sheffield United as well at home. Not a great result for Spurs if it stays the same. Reading found an equaliser against Bolton. Charlie Savage with the goal. Eddie then plays the ball forward to Matheus Nunes. Hawker having his shirt pulled. Referee plays advantage, and Matheus Nunes can come forward for Manchester City. Here is Bernardo Silva. Wrexham 3-0 up at Wrexham 3-0 up at home to Grimsby. It's going to be 3 points for them. Yeah, Man City do what Man City do here, just trying to take the sting out of this game by keeping possession and just knocking the ball around. There's no pressure for City to create opportunities. It's just Man City wanting to keep the ball as far away from their own goal as possible. And not the best of passes from Matheus Nunes, but the interception falls to Manchester City. And here's Haaland to the byline, works it across to Jeremy Doku. He's got the pass back to Haaland. Haaland says he'll let Josko Gvardiol have it instead, and he's bundled over. And much to the frustration of the West Ham fans, referee blows the whistle and says that's a free kick. Mohammed Kudus judged to be too physical there, and a free kick given to City. I could argue that that's a bit harsh on West Ham, to be honest. Frustrating for them. There's a couple more changes being made by West Ham here, making their final throw of the dice. So free kick here for Manchester City. It's to the left-hand side. I thought Man City might think about putting a ball in, but Man City don't want to commit the players forward, so they don't. That's great work from Jeremy Doku. He gave the ball away and won the ball back, drives into the penalty area, and ball gets intercepted. Do you know what? I can see Jeremy Doku winning Man City some penalties this season with how direct he is with his running into the penalty area. His pace will cause problems as a ball over the top comes in from West Ham, and very coolly played by Kyle Walker, and even more coolly played by Ederson there to mop that up for Manchester City. I am pleased to say that Manuel Akanji has got back on his feet and is moving about freely. So no injury there for Manuel Akanji. We can't really afford many more injuries, to be honest. So good news, keeping him there. Bernardo Silva is pinging balls left, right and centre. Here's Manchester City coming forward. Haaland! One result. 3-1. 3 goals, 3 points. Haaland won't miss sitters forever. And Manchester City grab their third and cruising towards 3 points. It's a good tidy finish from Haaland as well. Bernardo Silva's running for man of the match for me. Haaland just held his run, gets it onto his left foot. And for all these opportunities that Haaland has laid on a plate for him in the sitters, sometimes he's a traditional striker. He just likes the ball being at his feet where he can look down, knows what he needs to do. And I'm putting that in the bottom corner. Cool as you like finish. 3-1 Manchester City. And if I'm Pep now, I start rotating the team. Ake, Rico Lewis, Oscar Bobb, get them on. Kalvin Phillips, chuck them on. We don't want any more important injuries to important players. As far as I'm concerned, this game's done and it is dusted. And Poznan breaks out as well at the London Stadium. I tell you what, the stream that I found, decent. Gives me confidence. Heading into a few games with the blackout. I think we could all put our feet up. I mean, my chair has a function where I can literally... Where is it? Where's my lever? West Ham driving forward and free kick given. I don't know who the commentator is for Live USA that I'm watching the stream on, but they are inept. So biased, it's unreal. Anyway, Rodri goes into the book. Man City are going to make another change. It's going to be Jeremy Doku that's going to come off. Grab equaliser for Manchester City. Finally, I get a replay of the goal. So he just drove into the penalty area, has the shot, crossed the keeper, and West Ham just caught napping very early in the second half, and he grabs his first goal. He's even done his own little celebration. Is it the giddy, or whatever it's called? Sergio Gomez is the man that's come on for Manchester City for Jeremy Doku. Yeah, the griddy it's called. Aston Villa have found a late equaliser in the 87th minute at home. Mixage just texted me and said Preston hanging on in their game. Excuse me. 6 minutes added on here then at the London Stadium. Let's get them likes up, everybody. That'd be much appreciated. 37 away, 100 likes. Any help towards that would be great. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you are new around here. And do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by Scratch Off Maps. Remember, use code JSGC10 on checkout and get yourself 10% off your order. Links and details, they are in the description. It's John Duran with the goal for Aston Villa with that equaliser. Sunderland are 3-1 up through Abdullah Bar against QPR away. It's been a good comeback win this from Manchester City. Man City have had to dig really deep here to get the job done, but they've got the job done really well. Sunderland coming back from behind 1-0 down against QPR away to come back and win 3-1 in the capital in London. And Man City have done the same, gone 1-0 behind in the capital against West Ham, come back from behind and gone 3-1 ahead. Reading have found a late goal against Bolton. Watford have found a late goal against Birmingham. Both of them have gone in the lead. Man City just coasting here, coasting to victory. City preparing a couple more subs. Ake and Rico Lewis are going to be coming on. Again, he's just Kalvin Phillips just can't get their minutes, can he? I don't think Pep's a big fan. Haaland coming forward, and West Ham doing really well to avoid giving away a corner and a throw-in given to City instead, and that will give City the time to make 2 more substitutions. Rico Lewis is going to come on for Manchester City. Erling Haaland's going to be the player that makes way for Rico Lewis. Gets a goal there, the killer 2-goal cushion, the killer 3rd goal for City for Erling. Could have had 4 today, really. Nayef Aguerd is going to be the other player that comes on for Manchester City, and it's going to be Josko Gvardiol that comes off. Oscar Bobb's going to get some minutes. Even Oscar Bobb's getting minutes before Kalvin Phillips. Surely Kalvin Phillips is contemplating his future right now. Oscar Bobb's going to come on for Bernardo Silva as Man City utilise all their substitutions. Good to see Oscar Bobb there getting some minutes for Man City as well. As the London Stadium starts to empty, the game's done and dusted. City are going to come away with the 3 points here. Here's City coming forward, still with purpose. Alvarez, ball gets squared across and cleared by West Ham. Yeah, I'm going to give my JSGC man of the match today. He's going to go to Bernardo Silva. It's been a really good win this for City. Really good win. I'm really looking forward to getting my teeth stuck into the match review and match reaction after this game, which will be up about an hour upon the full-time whistle, digesting this. And Oscar Bobb does well on Lucas Paqueta and gets a free kick, and Lucas Paqueta gets his way into the book as well. Another yellow card. I think that's 5 yellow cards today we've seen in this game. Good direct run from Oscar Bobb. It's a cynical foul from Paqueta. It is. Here's a free kick. These commentators saying it's not. He's pulled out the challenge. It shouldn't be a free kick. It shouldn't be a yellow card. It is a free kick and it is a yellow card. It's a cynical foul on Oscar Bobb. He's breezed past him. He makes the contact. It's a deliberate bringing down of the player in an attacking position because he's probably frustrated, which is understandable. But, oh, man, no. I don't know who the commentator is, but whoever it is, terrible. Anyway, full-time whistle. 3 points! 3 points for Manchester City. It's a win for Manchester City. Sends us back top of the Premier League. Things you love to see. Things you absolutely do love to see. So, as I said, we'll be live for a few more minutes. I'm just going to go through the stats for this game so we can draw some conclusions. I said keep the faith, guys. I said it to you. Keep the faith. Get that job done. We continue pushing like we have. We'll be okay if we put our opportunities away. I said be clinical. That's what it comes down to. Be clinical. And that's exactly what City have gone and done. Seamus, thanks very much for tuning in. Much appreciated. Do hope you are well. Eyes open, says the rest of the Premier League are absolutely terrified. They're like, we're all playing for second. And it's facts. Love it. Julia, we'll have a look at the table in just one moment. I'll tell you right now, though, it'll make very nice reading for Manchester City. So I'm just going to share my screen so we can go through the stats for this game. So let's have a look. So 3-1, second half comeback from City. Jeremy Doku on 46 minutes, driving in from the left wing, catching West Ham by surprise. Terrible time for them to concede. Bernardo Silva then grabs the second goal for Manchester City in the all-important lead with a very tidy finish that Erling Haaland didn't want to tap in case he was offside, and Erling Haaland only had to wait another 10 minutes and he got his goal eventually with a well-taken finish into the bottom corner and wrapping up the 3 points. So Julia asked how the table's looking. So I think this is not updated as of yet. Man City will go back top with that win on 15 points. I'd have to remain live. I want to get on with doing my match review and match reaction to have a look and digest the Premier League table for the results today. But we'll get round to doing that another time, I think. So, in terms of possession, 69% possession for Manchester City today, 31% for West Ham. Not too much created for West Ham, just 1 shot on target in that second half, 6 shots in total, 3 on target, 1 goal, including a big save from Ederson and also a big interception from Ederson as well. He's had a good game, I thought, Ederson in goal for City, and I don't think that truly tells the story. 31% possession, 6 shots, 3 on target, 86% pass completion rate, 1 goal, but lost 3-1. Just doesn't tell a true story. West Ham had a very good game here against Man City. It was nearly perfectly executed by them. Man City, too strong. 29 shots, 15 on target, 3 goals. We were clinical in that second half, I'm pleased to say, and it has ultimately got the job done for Manchester City, albeit helped by a Jeremy Doku getting the party started on 46 minutes. 93% pass completion rate, 86% for West Ham. Decent pass completion rate, that from both teams. Very impressive, actually. 7 clear-cut chances created by Manchester City. On another day, we could easily have scored 5, 6, 7 goals. Haaland could have had 4 goals in this game if we were feeling extra clinical. And I think that's why this game didn't feel anywhere near as comfortable as what it could have been, because Man City weren't as on it in that first half as what they needed to be, but second half righted them wrongs, and in the end has no impact on us. So 71% tackle completion rate for West Ham, 63% for Manchester City. Aerial duels, not many teams do better than City in the aerial duels, but West Ham very good, 63% compared with just under 37% there for Manchester City. Areola, the busy of the goalkeepers, 10 saves compared with 2 for Ederson. But still, as Aston Villa have just found a very late goal at Villa Park. Very late goal. They won 2-1 ahead against Crystal Palace, breaking Roy Hodgson and his men's hearts there. Plenty of fouls, 18 fouls, 1. 3 yellow cards for West Ham, 2 for Manchester City, 5 in total, no red cards. And Man City ending West Ham's unbeaten start to the season. Man City remaining unbeaten in the Premier League and maintaining a 100% record as well. Yellow cards today, for anybody wondering, is Josko Gvardiol and Rodri for Manchester City, and it's Soucek, Alvarez, and Lucas Paqueta for West Ham United. It's an assist for Kufau for West Ham with a 36-minute goal for James Ward-Prowse, getting the opening goal of the game. Man City then, second half, much better. An assist for Julian Alvarez to set up the goal for Jeremy Doku with a well-taken finish into the bottom corner. Another assist for Julian Alvarez to find Bernardo Silva with the goal on 76 minutes to put Manchester City 2-1 ahead. And then Bernardo Silva finds a goal and an assist for him. A goal for Jeremy Doku, 2 assists for Julian Alvarez as well. Decent performance. But Bernardo finding the assist for the goal for Erling Haaland on 86 minutes. And yeah, there you go. As I said, my JSGC man of the match going to Bernardo Silva for today. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now for you guys. As what's happened at Spurs? I didn't even know they'd equalised. They're now 2-1 ahead, it says. What's gone on? What's happened? Right, I'm going to have a listen to what's happened. So in the meantime, I'm going to put out my promo video for you guys to enjoy. So if you haven't done so already, please do go and check out today's video sponsor. That'd be much appreciated. It is brought to you by Scratch Off Maps. They've got a football scratch map. So if you like going to stadiums and watching different football games, then this is certainly for you. You can go and buy the map. You can get 10% off. Use code JSGC10 on checkout and you get 10% off. Links and details, they're in the description. And big up to Scratch Off Maps for sponsoring this video. Remember, the sponsors keep these videos coming for you guys, so I would appreciate any interaction towards that. That would be Much appreciated. I've got my promo video.
You by Scratch Off Maps. Thank you very much to them for sponsoring this video. It is a brilliant map with lots of availability online that you can go and check out. So the link is in the description. They've got numerous amount of maps, including if you're wanting to follow English football, you're wanting to follow and do as many grounds in the 92. You've got maps based for the NFL over in the United States. You've got Scottish maps as well. You've got European maps, German maps for you to go and check out. So lots of variety and lots of good options. A little bit about the map. The map, very easy to scratch off. It's very accessible. You can literally just pin it up and put it literally anywhere in your room. I've even put mine on the door. I also really like the fanometer that's available on the map, where you can see how many grounds you visited and see what kind of football fan you are. I've currently done 43 of the grounds available on the map. A seasoned traveller, and I've got my eyes set this season on getting to Serious Respect section. Don't forget, you can go and check out the map. The link is in the description. Remember, if you use code JSGC10 on checkout, you'll get 10% off your order. Links and details, they're in the description.
So please don't forget to go and check out today's video sponsor. Links and details there in the description and also in the live chat. Please do leave a thumbs up. I don't think we're going to hit 100 likes, unfortunately. I mean, you never know in the post-production. We'll have to wait and see. But I think we'll aim for 75 likes. I mean, if we can get towards 70 likes by the end of the stream, I mean, we're only 4 away from that, then maybe 80 likes would be a very good effort. So any help towards that will be much appreciated. Also, don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new around here. Social media links, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, they're in the description. Go and follow me on there. That would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to subscribe if you are new around here. Do let me know your thoughts. If you're watching this after the game, then in the comments below. Last chance for you to get your thoughts in on the live stream. English Dawn, thanks for tuning in, saying a good result for City. Let them have a rest as we play Red Star Belgrade, games coming in thick and fast, starting our Champions League campaign at the Etihad Stadium on Tuesday evening, as that's what we'll be turning our attention to after today, with all focus going back on to that. So I will see you all again real soon for the next video for you guys to enjoy. Thank you so much for everybody for tuning in. Thank you to everybody that has interacted with me today. Much appreciated. It's a good day to be blue. Remember, City win, United lose. Thanks for watching. I've been JSGC. Have a wonderful weekend. Peace. Ciao for now.